What's up, y'all? It's your girl Earl. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title, we are doing a deep side part quick weave. I just wanted to show you guys this finished product so that you can see this ain't no clickbait, ain't no cap in my rap, baby. We finna get this bust down quick weave right, okay? So stay tuned for the how-to. I want to start off with showing you guys the products you're going to need because I feel like that's the most important. You're going to need Pump It Up and glue. The Pump It Up is going to help your quick weave last longer, up to 4 weeks. It may actually last longer than 4 weeks, but I just don't keep it that long. But you also need some clips and a wig cap. This is also really important. You're going to need the protective shield to keep the glue from getting on your hair, as well as got to be glue spray. That'll help it dry faster. And then you're going to need a hot comb and a little baby flat iron. You need all these products for success. Next, we are going to part our hair. Not too much on me because my hair is cut into a blunt cut bob right now, so it looks pretty crazy. But when you want to do that deep side part, you want to part like one side at a time. This part that I'm making is the actual part, like, so you want to do that part first and then you'll split off the other sides, if that makes sense. So I'm pulling that down to see like how my baby hairs and stuff will look. You got to map all of that out, and you kind of want to do it in like a C motion. I like to have like a C part instead of a straight line. So you guys are just going to see me trying to create that C part, and then I'm going to put them in some braids. Now you guys can see what I mean by like I'm doing the part first and then I'm splitting off the other sides. So this will go over the track on the left side, and then the other part that I do will go over the track on the right side. And I'm also just taking out my baby hairs because I like to leave a good bit out. But if you don't want to, you don't have to do that, of course.
Yeah, they know I got the hook up. They just wait on me to cook up, baby. I heat up the stove, you do the dishes, you know.
Y'all, this is so random. It has nothing to do with the video, but please listen to the conversation me and my friend is having on the phone. He seems like a really nice guy. Like, he seems like he's not worried about that. And I said, girl, rich niggas, lame niggas, broke niggas, gamer niggas, professional niggas, don't matter what type of niggas it is, all niggas want some coochie now. I don't want you to ever think for 1 second that niggas is not trying to get coochie. Like, right. Don't be naive. What is wrong with me, y'all? I just be on the phone saying anything. Like, that has me dead. But back to the video. So, like I said, we're gonna braid the leave out down because you just don't want it to be in the way.
Rap game, crack game, ain't that different, you know. Last album had it booming, something vicious, you know. And you know I need you back in my life, girl, you know.
Now we've made it to the braid down stage. I'm not gonna show too much of the braiding down because I'm just gonna assume that y'all know how to braid y'all's hair down. If you won't here searching up how to do a quick weave, I think you know a little bit about hair. I personally like to do small braids because I want my quick weave to be flat. I've seen people do big braids. I don't care what kind of braids you do, that's your business. But I suggest doing small braids.
Girl, you know we got things to do, so get your ass in the car, come through, come through, come through, come through.
This is how the finished braid down looks. I left my hair out in the back because I usually put my hair in a claw clip like when I'm working out or if I'm just too lazy to do my hair. So I like to leave my back out, but you could also braid that down. Then I'm just oiling my scalp. Doing this is not going to make your quick weave greasy by the time you actually get the tracks onto the cap. It'll be done like seeped into your scalp, so you don't have to worry about that. You should definitely oil your scalp. We're going to put that wig cap on, and then we're going to get to the next step. Now listen, like I told y'all in the video, all the products I'm using are very important. Use this got to be glue spray. I've done plenty quick weaves on myself. It's all been like trial and error, but this process that I'm showing y'all, I've got it down pat, and this is what's going to keep it down. So do the spray before you do the protective shield. This video is sped up, so it may not look like I'm putting that much on there, but I'm actually putting a pretty good bit. Of course, you're not going to use the whole bottle, but I'm making sure I put a good bit on there because I really don't want, look, I finally got my hair healthy, girl. I don't want none of this glue to get on my hair. This full video was actually about 4 minutes, so that'll let you know how much I really put on there. And then you're just gonna blow dry it. I've used these tracks before, so they're already cut, but you should know how to cut tracks. After that, you're just gonna put the glue on there, and you're gonna spray the spritz. That's very important. That's what's gonna keep your quick weave lasting so long. And then we're just gonna blow dry it, and we're gonna apply it to the cap. Y'all, I have no idea where the footage of me putting those first look like 2 to 3 tracks on my head. It looks about like 2 to 3 tracks. I'm sorry. That's kind of killing me because I don't know where they went. But ultimately, you're just putting the tracks on there in a U motion. The way I lay these tracks doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you guys how to lay the tracks near the part. That's what really matters. And then I'm just adding a little blonde in for a little pizzazz. So if you want to do highlights, you're just going to do 2 black tracks, 1 highlight track. After I apply the track, I blow dry it so it's like tacked on there, and then I press it out. That just works better for me. I don't like going back through the whole thing to press my hair out, so I just press it as I go. But this is just proof of how the combination of the Gotta Be Glue spray, the protective shield, the glue, and the Pump It Up spritz, it just shows how all of those work together to make sure it doesn't come off. Because I literally just glued these tracks down, and you see me brushing it and pressing it. And I want y'all to watch what happens when I'm laying this track. I almost laid it like on the hair, but you really just have to use your fingers to feel. Some people use like the monitor method where they hook their phone up to the TV and they be looking in the back, and I don't have time for all of that, so I just be using my fingertips. But as you guys can see, I'm just placing the tracks on that left side until I can't anymore. And after that, we're gonna move on to the right side. I'm also doing this way because the tracks are already cut, but if I had just a full bundle of hair, of course I would just be wrapping it around, but I'm just going from left to right because that's how the tracks are. So if you are reusing hair, you can still do it. Okay, so we skipped up a little further to the top. As you can see, I am still following the shape of the part. Don't confuse yourself because it's really not that hard. Just keep going in a U or a C, whatever you want to call it. Just keep doing that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm feeling around and there's no more room left for me to lay the tracks horizontally. So we're going to have to start doing them in a vertical direction. So with the little space that's left, we are just going to be laying those tracks sideways. So right now I'm putting down the last little smaller track, and then I'm going to go in with a longer track. But as you can see, this is where the clips come in handy because they just really keep the hair out your way. You want to work smarter and not harder, so make sure you get the clips. That was the last track I put down, and then I proceeded to cut the cap. I sped this up because I felt like this is kind of self-explanatory. And then under my leave out, I put another track because my hair is kind of fine and I feel like you would be able to see it. But if you have thick hair, I would say you can leave that track out and just go straight to hot combing your hair. When you hot comb your hair, make sure you are letting the back of the hot comb touch your hair. Don't just be using the hot comb as a comb. The heat is on the back of it, so use that very end part and then go in with your flat iron. Use heat protectant. I didn't have any, but you should use some. And then I also went in with a wax stick. I didn't put this at the beginning of the video, but if you have 4C hair, the wax stick will definitely help blend your hair with the weave. And then I just went in with my little baby flat iron to catch those smaller pieces.
If you to make me feel just like this, what I would do to make you feel just like this. And if you wondered if I hate you, fuck you. Shit, if you to make me feel just like this, what I would do to make you feel just like this. Used to be too solid till you scramble me.
We have made it to the end, and my favorite part, the baby hairs. This small flat iron curling your baby hairs under is really going to make it easier. You're not going to have to fight with trying to get the swoop. The swoop is going to be there because of that little curl. I just use some edge control, only a little bit, and then I just go in with my edge brush. And I really just swoop it lightly. Like I said, you don't have to fight with it too much because of that curl.
Every reminiscing, every ornament missing, you wish it was different than what it was. I've been low, baby, lost in the night first, lost in no finding us. I've been low, baby, and if you wondered if I hate you,
the very last thing that I did was cut some very minute layers into it. I just wanted to give it a little snazz because the hair wasn't the same length. So I blunt cut it at the ends first, and then I proceeded to just cut it at a little angle. And I did that for both sides.
like this.
Damn, DJ Suave, relax.
I really hope this video helped you get your bust down quick weave just right. If this video helped you out, please leave a comment. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.